What does one do when you crave Chipotle in a foreign country? Rough, you know? Big problems over here. Alright, so today it's time for another Sephora VIB sale. I'm going to be going through my recommendations, some current favorites that are on Sephora, and also what's in my cart because I have a long list this time of things that I'm interested in trying and also just like different sets. I feel like that's my favorite part about the VIB sale is you can get sets that are already at a discounted price and then you get the sale price on top of it. That's like the ultimate way to stack those sales and get some money off. Also, I am still in Barcelona when I'm filming this. I apologize about the lighting. I think it actually looks okay right now. This is the second video I'm filming in here and I always try to book a hotel or an Airbnb that has good natural light. This has floor to ceiling windows, but the issue is that there's a building like right in front of me right here. So the lighting was a struggle. Okay, I tried to get clips like applying the makeup and everything. I did my best. I've got my little light, but I think it looks better just in natural lighting. So anyways, here are my recommendations. If you enjoy this video while you're watching, you can give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you're going to be picking up down below. And also if you've tried any of the things that are in my cart, let me know if I should keep them in there or take them out. But I did want to highlight one brand on Sephora and thank Belif for supporting my channel and sponsoring a portion of today's video. Belif originated from Korea. They're a Korean skincare brand. The Belif True Cream Aqua Bomb has been around for so long now. It has like over 7,000 reviews on Sephora. And I used to use this years ago. I actually featured it in an old skincare routine. It's one of the products I loved when I had oily skin and acne because it's very lightweight. It's like a lightweight gel texture. And if you have oily skin, you know, it's hard to find moisturizers that keep your skin moisturized so you're not overproducing oil, but that aren't too greasy and that don't cause you to just like look and feel super oily and that you can wear under makeup. So this is one of those that I used to love for that. And I'm so glad it's back in my life now. I mean, I have normal skin now. I think this is perfect if you have normal, combo, or oily skin. But on my skin now, this has been stacking so well with other skincare products I use. It just like lays really nicely and creates this nice moisturized, locked in kind of barrier to my skin when I sleep at night. I've been wearing it underneath makeup as well and it adds like a nice glow underneath my makeup. And then the Belif Moisturizing Eye Balm, obviously you can use this whenever you want, nighttime or daytime or both. But for me, I've been really liking this underneath my concealer because I just feel like, I don't know if the season's changing or what, I'm just getting more like dryness under my eyes. This has been very helpful with just creating like a nice moisturized base for concealer. It's not too heavy, it's still very lightweight, so you can easily apply a concealer on top. It doesn't like cling weird. Also, my eyes are really sensitive. A lot of eye creams will like burn my eyes. This one doesn't. It does have a fragrance, but it's like a very natural, very light kind of fragrance. Belif doesn't put synthetic fragrances in. They're also free of parabens, synthetic dyes, mineral oils. But the scent of this one I do friggin' love. It just has that nice like herbal kind of cooling, refreshing scent. And here are the dates and tiers of the Sephora sale so you know when it's your time to shop and what kind of sales you can get. I'll have the link for Belif down below where you can shop it during the VIB sale. Okay, so starting off with a lip product that I feel like is super underrated. This is probably one of the best lip formulas I've ever tried. It's the Haus Labs Lip Oil. This one is in the shade Tint, and it does pretty significantly like tint your lips. It gives your lips that like really pretty pink color, just ate a popsicle kind of look. I do have in my cart the clear version of this because I feel like it would just be perfect for layering over anything. It doesn't have a fragrance, which I like. A lot of lip products just have that like super candy intense scent. It has that really nice cushy applicator where it just like hugs your lips when it goes on. It's not sticky, it's not greasy. It is a lip oil and it feels super moisturizing, but it's comfortable on the lips. Like it doesn't feel too slippery. Like they should come out with like a lip gloss in this formula or more colors of this. I mean, it is friggin' beautiful. Next up, the Lawless Hold Up Soft Set Creamy Brow Wax. I've been loving this. Tried this in a first impressions video, I think a couple months ago now. It's in the shade medium dark. And if you like a brow gel that coats your brow hairs, it does give you some color without like completely blocking them out. And it does hold your brows a bit, but that isn't uncomfortable at all. I can't feel this on my brows. It doesn't have that stiff feeling. Then I think you would probably really like this. I like that it has a small applicator so it's easy to get in there. I also really like the color of this. I feel like it's a nice tone. I do feel like they should probably come out with more shades of this. I think they only have 2. But I've been putting this on my brows every single day and then I'll use some kind of brow pencil to fill in the rest. Just like that really like soft fluffy look, but you want to add a little bit of color. I think you would probably really like this. Next up, the Tower 28 Sunny Days Tinted Sunscreen. So this is SPF 35. It's a tinted SPF. Keep in mind, it's like weird lighting. Almost looks like patchy, I felt like, because like one side of my face was a little bit more shadowed. I've been wanting to reach for this one. This and the Tula I've been wanting to reach for most over the other tinted SPFs I have, and I feel like that says a lot. The shade I have is 25 Ocean Park. Definitely my tanner shade, and it is like pretty, has like an orangey undertone, so I wish it was a little bit more of a neutral undertone. But I would say this is about medium coverage when applied with a brush, and that's my favorite way to use this one, is with a brush. I just use my Haley's Beauty Kabuki brush, and it's perfect. I feel like it's enough coverage, but where it still looks natural, you can still see some of my freckles and stuff coming through. This one does really go with whatever you put underneath. So I found that when I put on a matte primer underneath, this looks pretty matte, but if I have on, you know, glowy moisturizer or glowy primer underneath, then this one gives that like really pretty glass skin kind of look. Looks very pretty and skin-like. It doesn't cling weird, doesn't emphasize texture. And if I'm going for a tinted moisturizer or a tinted SPF, that's the main thing I look for, is I just want it to look very natural and like skin. I actually did put a powder all over top today because I felt like it was like looking like a little too glowy. I used the Fenty Beauty powder. I'm still testing this. I have the shade Banana 03. It's their Pro Filter. Still trying this one, so I don't have like full thoughts on this yet. I've been really liking this little Kaja trio because one, it's so tiny, so cute, but the shades in here are like tones I usually go for when I'm doing kind of more everyday, just neutral makeup. It leans a little bit more cool toned. You get two mattes in here, a brown, which is really pretty. This reminds me of MAC Space, and what was the name of that? I'll put it in here, you know what I'm talking about. And then it has this really pretty neutral shade that I've just been putting all over with like a big fluffy brush for like a quick everyday eye. These are pigmented and they blend out really easily. I love the formula of the mattes in here. The one thing I'll say is the shimmer still looks really pretty on the eyes, but it does lean like a little bit more on the dry side rather than being super creamy. If you're someone who likes a really creamy shimmer, this one is a little bit more dry. Just depends on what you like. Oh, there's the light. Nice of you to join us. Okay, these Rare Beauty lip liners I have been loving. There's two shades in particular that I've been loving, Talented and Worthy. So Worthy is what I have on my lips right now. It's like a good everyday color that has like a little bit of pink in there. Now the sun is going in and out every 2 seconds. Oh my god. Okay, so Worthy definitely has some pink in there, and then Talented is more of like a neutral, kind of reminds me of Charlotte Tilbury Iconic Nude a little bit. Here's Talented, here's Worthy. Worthy, the one I have on today, I feel like I can really layer with anything because I usually reach for some kind of like pinky gloss on the day-to-day basis, but I love it with Cherry Vanilla, which is another favorite to mention during the sale. Lawless, forget the filler gloss. I've talked about these a lot, especially the shade Cherry Vanilla is so friggin' beautiful. My other favorite is Daisy Pink, but Cherry Vanilla is like the perfect amount of like a little bit more of a brighter pink, or I guess you could say, or like a little bit darker. The formula of these just feel like thick but buttery, and they give you the prettiest sheen. I almost always have one of these two shades in my purse, but layered with the Worthy liner, they're really pretty. I have a lot of lip products here, what's new? But another lip gloss favorite is the Kaja in Milk Tea. This gives you that reflective friggin' look. Like, it's so pretty layering on anything or by itself. It does have like a light pinkish color, but it's not super pigmented. I'll add a little bit over top right now, even though I have like 45 things on my lips right now, but this also has the really nice like hug your lips kind of applicator. It's more lightweight than the Lawless, if that's what you like. Like, this lighting is not doing it justice. This one has like a vanilla scent. The Lawless has a cherry scent, but then it gives you this minty like cooling kind of feeling on your lips. So I really like that because I don't love cherry, but this doesn't bother me because you don't notice it once it's applied to your lips. Rose Ink bronzer in Seychelles. This has definitely been a favorite lately. This is a cream bronzer. It is very interesting though. The formula of this is probably the most airy. I don't want to say dry because when you have it on your brush and you blend it out, it doesn't feel dry. It's not like patchy or anything. Just like to the touch, it's very lightweight, and then after you blend it out, it does turn dry basically. Like, it does set down and almost turn into like a powder finish, but it's not difficult to blend out. And the shade Seychelles is just such a pretty tone. What's happening to my voice right now? You're gonna need to stick around for a while longer, bro. But this is what I've been reaching for. One thing I'll say is that in the packaging, before you apply this, you do have to kind of like warm it up with your brush. For me, I am not a fan of the packaging. I don't like this like twist cap thing. I wish you just could flip it up and like be done with it. It's a little bit annoying to have to like deal with this every time, but it's worth it for the product and the shade because I feel like the two are just unique. But I like that this one stays on there because it does like dry down and set down on its own. The Sephora sale is always a good time to just stock up on the basics. So eye primer for me, my hands down favorite eye primer recommendation, the Anastasia. This has a little bit of pigment, so it gives you like this light cream color, so it helps make your eyeshadows pop, but also I feel like actually makes your eyeshadows stay on longer. You need the tiniest amount. I've had this little sample size for so long now. I just blend it out with my eye primer brush, which is also from Sephora. And Sephora usually also does like an extra sale on their own brand products. So actually it would be a great time to pick up my eye primer brush I always use as well. Okay, this is actually the last lip product now. I forgot about this. It was sitting down here and I missed it. But this is like the kind of lip product that I am telling everyone in real life. Anyone that's into makeup, we're talking about makeup, I'm asking them if they've tried this and telling them they need to buy it. It's the Tarte Maracuja Juicy Lip Plump in the shade Cherry Blossom. I am definitely going to be picking up more shades of this during the sale because the formula of this is just very unique. It's like a click up, pigmented, super juicy, super glossy, tinted balm gloss basically, but it has this heavenly coconut scent, and then when it goes on, it's just super minty. And I can't even explain to you how good this feels on the lips. Super comfortable, feels like just plush and cushy. I love the color of this one. It's like the pretty, light pink color that I like, but such a good formula. And I just always have this in my purse. One of my purses I'll have the Lawless, and then one I'll have this. It's just beautiful. When I was in San Diego packing to go abroad again, I went through all of my makeup and put more stuff in that I wanted to try, and then kept like a couple things that I had before. And one of the things that I did keep, because I just love this, is the Merit Kava Highlighting Balm. This is so beautiful. If you're someone who likes that reflective but natural looking highlight without having any glitter in it, this is beautiful. There it is right there. It just has the prettiest friggin' reflect. Also really pretty to use as an inner corner highlight on your eyes. The formula of this is a cream, but it's not super tacky. I like that this one is like dry enough to where you can apply it. If you like powdered your cheeks or whatever, I can apply this one with my finger and just press on over top. It doesn't give me weird texture. I can put it over a powder if I have powder on my face right there. My leg is totally asleep. Please hold. I have a feeling she's gonna knock on the door to clean it soon, and I'm not gonna be able to walk over there because my legs are totally asleep. So now I'm trying to urgently wake up my legs. Next up, the Dream Wow Color Wow, Dream Color Wow, something like that. This hair product. Basically, this product you spray on your hair when it's damp, and it's supposed to like make your hair super sleek and help with frizz and everything. And it actually significantly makes a difference and works if you use it on damp hair. I didn't bring it with me this time. I've had it with me for the whole last year, but I don't have it with me now because I realized I'm not like blow drying my hair that much right now. And I do feel like it's most effective if you are blow drying your hair because it's heat activated. So if you're someone who blow dries your hair and you have an issue with frizz, or you just want like super sleek hair, that thing does make a difference. In a different video where I was talking about cream bronzers, someone asked what my favorite cream bronzers are, and I could do a whole video on that, but one of them that I wanted to highlight is the Say Sun Milk Cream Bronzer. If the dry formula of this doesn't sound appealing to you and you like something that is very glowy and creamy, you would probably love the Say one. Here's a swatch of the Say one in the light shade. One of the things I love about this is it does have like a reddish undertone, which is hard to find, and it doesn't pick up my foundation underneath when I apply it. So that's everything that I'm going to highlight for now. Those are like some of my current favorites. If you want to know just some of my like holy grails or things I always purchase during the sales, I have past Sephora VIB sale videos. I also have a Sephora sale and recommendations highlight on my Instagram, so you can go through and like see a bunch of stuff that I've recommended over the past sales. Okay, now let's move into the what's in my cart part of this video. So these are the things that I'm personally really curious about and going to be probably purchasing. I'm not going to get my order until December when I'm back in the US, but I think I am going to purchase these while they're on sale. So the first is this Haus Labs foundation. The only other Haus Labs product I've tried, I'm pretty sure, is the lip oil. I'm trying to think if I've tried anything else, but I mean, this was a good start. She set the bar high, but this is Lady Gaga's brand if you didn't know. But it's a medium coverage foundation. What's interesting, there's arnica in this, which is like a anti-inflammation, anti-redness kind of thing. They're using it as like anti-redness, which I thought was interesting. $45, so, normal price for like a high-end foundation on Sephora. I am curious if you guys have tried this, what you think of it. I have a few eyeshadow palettes that really stood out to me. One is this Huda Beauty Empowered eyeshadow palette. First of all, this is getting 5-star reviews, which is extremely rare. Huda Beauty, we all know, has some killer eyeshadows. Like the formula is just, the pigmentation's there, the mattes are usually beautiful, the shimmers are beautiful. There's some great palettes that Huda Beauty makes. This palette specifically caught my eye because it has some really rich looking warm browns, but then it also has some cool tones, and I love a good cool tone, and it has a black. And just knowing Huda Beauty shadows, I feel like the black in this has a lot of potential. I love when palettes have a black, and if it has a good black, that adds like 50 bonus points for me. Next up is a more affordable palette. This one is the Sephora collection. Like I said, pretty sure this is going to be on extra sale, so it's $20 not on sale, which is still a good price for a palette. So if it's super on sale, then that'll be, you know, really good price. But again, what caught my attention with this is we have the warm tones and cool tones. 4 shades specifically I'm looking at that I can just see as like everyday kind of shades for me. And there's also black, again, caught my attention. I'm not into the blue, not super into the pink, so just kind of like ignoring those two. Everything else looks like something I would probably use really frequently. Charlotte Tilbury came out with a medium to full coverage radiant concealer with hyaluronic acid. I feel like I'm not hearing anything about this, which is weird. Maybe I'm just like under a rock right now, but I have not, I feel like I haven't seen anything about this. This Tower 28 mascara is like going viral on TikTok and Instagram. It apparently does incredible things for your lashes, so obviously I want to try it. And it's $20, which is honestly now with drugstore pricing, like kind of between drugstore and high end, so not a terrible price. And if it's on sale, extra, you know, definitely the time to get it. I have a feeling this is probably going to sell out. It's also holiday kit time, so again, this is like an extra good time to shop because you have the holiday limited edition sets, the set and the sale. So the Sephora Favorites holiday lip set is definitely something that I'm looking at, and that's a good idea if you want to try out a bunch of different brands and see which formulas you like, because you get like smaller sizes of a bunch of different brands for $45 for all of those lip products, and then to get the extra sale on top, I feel like that's a good deal. When I was looking at a powder to bring with me on this trip, I really wanted to try the Haus Labs Bio Blurring Talc-Free Loose Setting Powder because it has super good reviews and a lot of people are saying it is like very blurring. The only thing is that one didn't come in a mini size, so that's why I purchased the Fenty over it, because this one is like a smaller travel size. But I definitely want to try that powder. Super curious about it. Yeah, a lot of the reviews are just saying like it's super blurring, and I love a good blurring primer and a good blurring powder. I feel like I'm always on a mission to find like the best blurring powders and primers. Speaking of blurring, this is also getting really good reviews. The Huda Beauty Glowish Blur Jam Smoothing Primer. The word blur jam is not super appealing sounding to me. I feel like I'm just putting like jam, like jam, toast jam on my face, but apparently it's very blurring. I'm curious. I feel like this is probably the most excited I've been about a Fenty Beauty launch ever. They came out with a Gloss Bomb Ice. It has like a minty, cooling feel apparently. I think it's just like clear. It looks like it has a little bit of a blue tint, but I'm guessing on the lips it just probably looks clear. Definitely going to be getting this. I love a good minty, cooling lip product, and I do like the formula of the Gloss Bombs, but I wish all of them were minty and cooling, so very stoked about this. I have a problem with baby pink lip glosses, I know, but I just want to try them all. I think it's Give by Gwen Stefani. I think that's how you say that brand. She came out with a Bubble Pop Electric High Performance Clean Lip Gloss. It's $20, and the shade, actually there's a couple shades in here that I could go for, but Candy and Sweet Tooth both look real pretty and like that light kind of pink color. I love a mini palette, especially right now. Any kind of mini travel palette is just, I love it. But even before all the traveling, I've always liked mini palettes. I don't know why. I think I just like the idea of having something that you don't have to think about. The Too Faced Mini Secret Santa Eyeshadow Palette. This is a limited edition for the holidays. The one shade in there, the red, that'd be fun to do like a holiday eye look for. But the rest of them look like good everyday neutral kind of colors. I'm not as excited about this one as I am about the Sephora palette I mentioned. So I think I'd probably go with the Sephora over this one, but it's an option. This is getting super good reviews. The Iconic London Super Smoother Blurring Skin Tint. Again, anything that's like a skin tint and that's blurring, sign me up. I do want to try it, so I'm definitely going to be testing this. Also, why are their shades like totally out of order on their website? That's really bothering me. I had no idea Smashbox came out with a new setting spray. It's their breathable setting spray. I used to love the Smashbox primer water, especially when I was on Accutane. I used to use that a lot. Very hydrating, and I actually kind of miss like having that in my life now that I think about it, but I'm curious about the breathable setting spray. The name of that makes me think of like the Hourglass Veil. Like I'm thinking it might be like a very veil-y, lightweight kind of setting spray. I don't know. This Dior Backstage Concealer has been on my like favorites, my Sephora loves for so long, because I think a couple different makeup artists now in the makeover videos have used this concealer. Almost all of them have mixed concealers in general, like not just used one. But I am curious about this one because it seems like it's a very loved concealer. This is a caffeine-infused radiant concealer that's waterproof and crease-proof and full coverage. I saw someone on, I think, TikTok or Instagram Reels talk about this shade specifically of the YSL lipstick. It's the shade 10 Beige Tribute. You guys, I'm gonna go freaking insane with this lighting. But it just looked like a really pretty nude shade that had that like pinkish mauvish undertone, but that's not super cool toned. That's what it looked like on their skin tone, so I'm curious what it would look like on mine. In the San Diego makeup artist video, Shelby used the Patrick Ta Major Dimensions eyeshadow palette, and I've just seen really good things about this. One interesting thing about this palette is you do have 2 luminous cream bases. I don't know, would have to test how those are, but then you have mattes and metallics. Definitely a warm palette. That was everything. Those are some of my Sephora recommendations. What's in my cart? I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm gonna have Belif linked down below if you want to check those products out during the Sephora sale. I love you guys. Thanks for watching me. Thanks for sticking through whatever lighting situation is happening throughout this video. Hopefully in editing I fixed it and figured it out, but wow, that was fun. I love you guys. Thanks for watching. See you in my next video. Bye.